I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry.
I need a break.
Hi, we're SeanyMac Studios. I'm Sean.
And Grace.
Michael.
Today we're going to listen to something. Again, we don't hear of these before. They just sent to us 5 minutes before. This is TK from Japanese writing. Japanese writing. I only know Japanese writing because I lived there for about on and off 3 years. But this is Unravel. I don't know if that's the name of the band, and it's called The First Take.
Or if the band is The First Take.
Or TK is the first one, and it's Unravel / The First Take. I don't know. But we're gonna. Maybe it's the first take of their song Unravel.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
I don't know.
Do this in one take.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. That's a looper?
He is.
Yeah.
Iron up the instruments. That's A, right?
Yeah.
A440? Oh, yeah, you know.
教えてよその仕組みを僕の中に誰かいるの壊れたよこの世界で君が笑う何も見えずに息を止めてほどけないもうほどけないよ真実さえ Freeze
He's about to swallow that thing.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean the lead up to this was so beautiful.
Yeah, but then...
And there's so much anticipation. You could just, I felt like I didn't breathe. It was so gorgeous, and they lined up the instruments, and that piano intro was incredible. And then it was
I'm not going to say it.
It was cartoony as hell. It was
Hey, that's beautiful.
No, I don't like this. I'm sorry, I don't like this, guys. It's tight.
Just
And what
strangle this.
yeah, it's strangled. Yeah, that what Michael was saying there when he pointed to the screen was the larynx. He's ready to swallow.
Up in here.
I don't know. I almost thought this was a joke. No, I don't like this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I know what they're doing. They're taking beautiful, beautiful music, kind of classical music, and they're kind of marrying it with, we're using that word a lot the last couple weeks. They're putting it together with some kind of like comical voice and having this juxtaposition thing. But I'm sorry, I don't think this works. I don't feel it.
If that was a, I guess you were saying it's a joke. If that was more of a serious voice or something that was open up, that could be absolutely beautiful.
Right. Yeah. I think they made the wrong choice. But hey, we're not through yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
maybe something's going to happen. I hope so. See that larynx going up? He's squeezing his throat.
high key. I mean, it's A major, and it's way too high for a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? I just don't understand. He might be a
Every dog in a
good.
10-mile radius is losing their mind right now.
You know,
You're right though. It's wrong for him. It's wrong.
It's wrong for him. I think it's
It's
wrong
just
interp
so
for the
wrong.
song. I mean, there are a lot of people that fancy themselves an artist, and they
Yes.
they think that they might be an artist because they participate. I've seen that sometimes, like when it comes to like community art, that people feel that because they're participating that makes them an artist, and nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, to be a true artist, you have to have lots of training, you have to have lots of passion, you got to have lots of grit, you got to have a thick skin for rejection. There is so much that you have to go through to become a true artist.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like this was an idea that he came up with. I don't know if it's his idea or someone else's, but I feel like he's
Right.
participating and just making sounds and looks like he's getting into the rhythm, and that does not an artist make.
Yeah.
You know, I just think this is a joke, and I'm almost offended by it because this is beautiful music,
It
and
is.
to
It
sing
really
like
is,
that
and it
is
could be.
just a
This should be
joke.
an absolute beautiful song.
The
Yeah,
piano is
I'm sorry, guys.
breathtaking.
Yeah, if you want to come at me and you're a big fan, go for it.
But
But
Him only.
I'll take it. I don't care.
But he even got there higher, man. I mean, he was screeching, man.
And Mike nailed it. When he's talking about that high larynx,
Yeah.
that means that his
I think
throat
it's
was
his
closing.
chest.
That larynx needs to stay stable or even slightly lower to keep that pharynx open. And
Sorry, dude.
yeah, I'm not impressed. All right, yeah. Where's our buzzer? Go on. That'll date us.
I mean, the music is great.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
無限に広がることが絡まる無邪気に笑った記憶が刺さって動けない動けない動けない動けない動けない動けないよ Love is around Love is around 変わってしまった帰られなかった二つが絡まる二人が滅びる壊せる壊せない狂える狂えないあなたを聞かせないよ揺れた歪んだ世界にだんだん僕は好きと思って見えなくなって見つけないで僕のことを見つめないで誰が仕組んだことなのに未来が孤独でしまう前に思い出して僕のことを
I need a break.
Yeah, we're sitting. We got another minute, and I just want to say sayonara.
You touched on something with the artist thing, because I've worked with people like this, and I'm wondering if he's one. He's got this vision, right? He personally has this huge vision of what he wants to do and stuff, and he probably doesn't want a day job, and he just wants to be a YouTube or what is it? What are the chitlins on today? The TikToks. The TikToks.
The TikTok.
And so he's got this vision and stuff, and he may have, you know what, I think the lyrics, I've been reading the lyrics, the words are pretty cool, so he might be a great lyricist or whatever, and maybe he put the music together as well, but I think he's got this idea of the way he thinks he sounds, and
Doesn't sound
it's
like
just
that.
not it.
Yeah, go ahead, Grace. Sorry.
You know, on our second pause or first pause, I forgot. I was thinking, well, I'm actually a little bit curious about how he's going to sound like if the key's way lower. But then after the minute we just heard, I was like, no, this guy just.
Well, and then he did the death metal.
Well, I was going to say something about that. Last week we did.
Yep.
We had the throat singing. It was
The Who and Wolf Totem, yeah.
Yeah, Wolf
Totem.
Wolf Totem. Yeah, with what was the lead
Jacoby
singer
Shaddix from Papa Roach.
Papa Roach, yeah, and that was proper singing.
Oh.
That was proper singing for
Death metal.
but what he did was exactly what you're not supposed to do. Again, he's trying it out without training, and yeah, you can do it a few times. If he did that for a whole song, done. And being constructive, I'm sorry to be so negative here, but being constructive and learning something from this, he's probably able to do this because he's young.
Yeah.
Once he gets older, that's going to go away. He's going to lose that unless he learns how to do it.
I think this is just a habit. Like just now, I was actually kind of curious about how he's going to sound like if the key of the song is much lower. But then I feel like no, he's just probably going to sound like all squeezing again because it's just a habit of singing. Like I think he's been singing like that forever. Like it's not an accident. It's just a habit.
I guarantee he's one of those guys that don't practice.
Yeah.
He probably takes vocal lessons and then doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, probably. Well, sorry guys. Sorry, again, we want to be constructive,
Right.
but this is not great.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Even when he's doing that breathiness and stuff, I mean that's.
Yeah.
I mean it's overly forceful, and if you do that too much, I mean you're just roasting yourself, aren't you?
Well, if you're going to do a breathy sound, bring up a good point.
Right.
A lot of people, they do it mistakenly, they disconnect their cords.
Right.
And that lets out all of your fuel, really.
Right.
If you're going to do a breathy sound, you've got to experiment with it. And your vocal cords, they're like this, but if I could do this kind of view, they kind of do this. And you breathe through the middle. So at the back and the front, they're connected. And then you kind of experiment with it to see how much you're letting out. So you control the air release. But a disconnected cord, there's no control at all.
Yeah.
But, okay,
Everything.
unfortunately, guys, let's get back into it.
Is there a rule that we have to go through the whole?
No.
Okay.
That might be the first one.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh.
僕のことを思い出して
See, that's all
Case in
I'm talking
point.
about.
Case in point. It's a shame
朝日のまま
because these musicians are amazing.
Yeah.
忘れないで忘れないで忘れないで終わってしまったことにバランスかけられないことだけど覚えてて僕のことを
Oy. Well, that was my favorite part right there.
Yeah.
Song ended.
Get some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know.
If this is something that he's wanting to do as a career or what, he needs to get
He
some
needs
help.
to work hard.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I always don't let my students to do songs and songs and songs. They need to practice. I mean, they need to do boring scales.
Yeah.
Like, to practice the techniques. I mean, this is just...
And you know what? I think there's some tone there that can be worked with, right? I mean, if he just knows what he's doing, it would be a completely different deal.
Well, that's a high larynx, which means that his swallow constrictors, they're acting, and the swallow constrictor that closes the throat. He's got a very, very tense tongue, right? So there's exercises that can release that, and he's got a tense jaw.
Yeah.
And when the
Yes.
tongue and the jaw are tense, that's all connected to the throat. So it makes everything like concrete, and you never want your throat to be like concrete. You want it to be like a balloon. It has to be flexible at all times, right? Morphing and changing according to the words that you're saying. And yeah, this is tight. Again, go back to what we said earlier. I think it's just somebody wanting to be an artist,
Yep, exactly.
and is not. Now, I would show a little bit of respect if the reason, if he's an amazing artist, like I want to listen to some more of his stuff. If he's an amazing artist and his singing like this is the message he's trying to get across, I would buy it then, but I don't think that's the case.
No, but you do make a good point.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
some
he's
sort
doing it on
of a-
purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
unraveling, meaning like all his techniques unraveling or whatever.
Oh,
Talk about unraveling.
Yeah, because that was pretty bad.
Oh,
But
yeah.
hopefully, if that is the case, educate us, really. Write in
Yeah.
and let us know. I would like to know. I'm going to listen to another song after this. I'm going to go listen.
Yeah. Do a little research.
Do a little research, and I would lay money down that it's crap as well.
I'm,
Well, I'm saying.
It is, yeah.
You know?
I'm sorry for saying that, but I just
he
want
needs to
to
get some help, man.
grab him to my class and make him do all the boring yawning first. I just want to make him do that. It's gonna change.
How he sounds.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you, one lesson would make a huge difference for him.
Yes, an
Just
hour.
one.
Give me
We'll
an
give him a
hour.
good start.
Yeah, and it's something to remember. If you're having issues and you're out there and you're expressing yourself, it's very important that you express yourself in art, but it's also very, very important that you balance that with technique.
Yeah.
And so, to be an artist, you have to do the boring things.
Yeah,
you have
you
to
really
do the
have
technique
to.
part of it, and just put your expression away for a second, and then bring it back in and put the two together. That's when you become
That's
an
right.
artist.
And now I'm terrified.
Yeah,
Is he
right.
famous?
You can't just have one, right? Yes, is he famous? I don't know. Well,
Yeah, I'm terrified. Sorry.
well, I guess we're gonna find out this
Find
week.
out soon.
We're gonna find out. All right, guys. Thanks again.
Thank
Hey,
you.
good and bad, we accept them all. So
Yeah.
keep those suggestions coming.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And make sure to like our Facebook page and follow our Instagram and don't hate us.
We'll see you next week.
Bye,
Bye, guys.